Welcome to the Drunk Linux User. I'm Len. I am the Drunk Linux User. And a couple of update things coming along our way today. One of them is talking about KDE. And let's get over to that little web page right now. This article is saying 2022 is going to be an exciting year for KDE, and here's why. Refresh Breeze icons. That is an aesthetic. It is not a performance issue, but the claims are the icons should blend in well with the preferred system colors and themes, giving a modern look to the desktop overall. I get it. It's like if you take a look at bare bones Linux Mint, it's kind of drab, plain. It's nothing to get excited about. And Breeze, I think, is out of the box better than Mint, but to each, right? Multi-monitor improvements. Now, I haven't actually seen a big problem with this right now, but I'm probably not experiencing the same problems because of setup. My setup's pretty simple. It could be that when people are trying to use what they're suggesting here, perhaps something along the line of using Wayland, perhaps, or just using multiple workspaces with multiple monitors. I guess that could be an issue. So they're working on that. They're going to make it better. They say that Wayland's to replace X11 as a desktop session, and if they're working out the bugs and it's working fine, I'm all for it. But if I still have a problem with OBS and using my keyboard shortcuts to start, stop, move, do this, do that, then, well, I'm going back to X11. I don't really care, to be honest with you. This is pretty interesting. I like this because this is in reference. This actually dovetails with a video I did just a little while ago about how I look at distributions when I come to review them, and that is, how does it work when I install it and just try to start using it. This article says, do you notice anything weird when you try a new distro or desktop for the first 15 minutes of your usage? That would put you off or make you think that developers did not get enough attention to detail. So my point before and my point now is that if you find a distribution that works for you right away and you don't have any issues using it, great. When you start becoming invested in the distribution, for example, you've got all your files and folders in, you've got all your applications in, but you have one little speed bump along the way, don't give up, okay? Go ahead and spend a little bit of time trying to figure out what the problem is. And if you can figure out what that problem is and fix it, you're golden, right? Okay, so that is a great way of looking at presenting your software to the world as far as I'm concerned. I have no vested interest in this other than the fact that I'm using it currently. What is this now, day 3 with KDE Neon, and it's still just working beautifully. Yesterday there were several announcements that you could find on the net about Linux Mint 20.3 Una being released out into the world. I think that is true, and I think that some people are finding this. One of the reasons why you may not, if you're using Linux Mint, is that what happens in your neck of the woods isn't what's happening over in, say, another country, a whole other region of the world. When a new distribution is released, there are what they call mirrors. These are servers that are taking a copy of that distribution and they're holding it. It's like a mirror image for the developer or the distro creators to be able to propagate this out to you and your system in your area, depending on, and especially when it comes to Linux Mint, because you get to kind of choose where your mirrors are, not just, United States. You can pick like from 20 or more just on one side, and on the other side you can pick, I don't know, I think it was around 30 or so. So lots of choices, right? But a lot of people are trying to go to the Linux Mint website as well, because when they run their update on Linux Mint, it's not coming up with 20.3 just yet. And if you look at their website today, it still is showing 20.2. Reason for that is not all of the mirrors have been populated yet with the new version. Linux Mint does not reflect this until all is done. And all I can say is I know that a lot of people are eager to use this, and there are a lot of websites out there that they get the information, and boom, if they can get it, they're going to show it, which is fine. That's great. There should be mention that it may not be available in your area at this time, because people are getting a little bit cheesed off about it because they want to upgrade and they can't right now. But from my understanding, the differences between 20.2 and 20.3 are not that huge of a change or an improvement to make you feel like you're behind the curve or anything along that line. Now, there might be some hardware or software improvements along the way, and they have redone their theme as well. But that's an aesthetic, the theme. We're talking about usability and function and stability. So just give it a little bit of time. I think it'll come through just fine. However, if you do want to upgrade to Linux Mint 20.3 when it does become available, there are two different ways of doing it. You can use this set of instructions provided by OMG Ubuntu. You would think that it would be all about Ubuntu, but Joey's really good. He covers a lot of different bases here. But he shows you in Linux Mint how to be able to upgrade from within the package manager, the update manager tool. And they're very, very clear, very easy to understand. And if you want to upgrade this way, that's one way of doing it, probably the preferred way for a lot of people. Or you can open up a terminal like this, and even though I'm using KDE and I'm using Neon because I'm using a Debian-based system, if you went sudo apt update, okay, put in your password. Going to check all of the different servers to see what needs to be updated. If you come up with this message right here showing that you are up to date, well, there's nothing to do right now. If you do see something come up, it'll give you a yes or no prompt, and you just type in a Y or a no. Whenever you're ready for it, you just go for the Y, and it will automatically update through the terminal. But like I said, a lot of people are probably going to use the update manager just simply because it's graphical, it's easy, and it's not hard to use whatsoever. So there we go. We have KDE looking for some pretty interesting changes for this next year. And we have Linux Mint starting off the new year with a new upgrade to their distribution, their individualized operating system. So let's remember our words of wisdom. Don't drive drunk. Don't drink and drive. Don't go to eBay, Amazon, or MS Edge all buzzed up and thinking you're going to buy the coolest stuff, because you're probably not. In the meantime, bottoms up. Later, dudes.